Hi. I really enjoyed the meeting we had on the 12th in New York, and it was wonderful meeting all you people. Um, there were some presentations on social media, and I do have some experience. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I have been on social media for a dozen years, and I thought I might do a short little video just on my perspective. And certainly, you have to do what is most comfortable for you. Um, I can tell you that social media is becoming more and more important as with respect to marketing of books. And and when it comes to marketing, what a lot of people tell me is you should be spending an equal amount of time on marketing activities as you do on writing activities. And it certainly is one of the weaknesses of authors because they like to write, they don't like to be selling. Let me start with what apps that I'm on. I am on Twitter or X as they call it today. I have over 23,000 followers. So that is my main platform. In addition, I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. Now that sounds like a lot. However, because Facebook, Threads, and Instagram are all owned by Meta, there's the ability to sort of cross post. So I can post something on Instagram and it will post on Threads and Facebook at the same time. So it really is a bit of a time saver. Um, Maybe the most important thing, maybe to understand, is how the algorithms work, and they're different for um, uh, e- each uh, each app. I can tell you that uh, algorithms tend to reward people who post a lot. So if you're posting once a day, um, the algorithm is such that it won't be seen by as many people as if you were posting on a regular basis multiple times during the day. I can tell you that on Twitter, I post 8 to 10 times a day. I will do something first thing in the morning and maybe in the evening. Um, and And I think that is the probably the best approach to getting reaching out, reaching more people. Um, Now, that is not the only factor that the algorithms use, but I understand also the subject matter of your post. So if you, and that's something to keep in mind when you are posting things other than book promotions. And you should be posting more than just book promotions. Because let's just say you start posting about politics. Well, it the algorithms will pick that up and your post will be viewed by people who have a lot of interest in politics. If you post a lot about Judaism, guess what? You're going to be seen by people who are involved or have an interest in Judaism. So those are things to keep in mind when you are posting. And if there are people you don't want to be attracting to your account, then you should avoid those kind of topics. Again, how often should you post? The more often you post, the more visibility you will have. Um, and this is really my approach. I post a mix of several different things. I will post one book promotion a day, maybe two, but usually only one. And then I post a number of different things. I will have humorous postings. I will have postings about Holocaust and my family's history. I will post things about mental health, about trauma, And I do post as well about autoimmune disorders, and what that does is it attracts different people with different backgrounds to my account. Um, I can tell you, as I said, and a lot of this applies to the other platforms as well, but Twitter is the one I use the most. But I don't follow back everyone that that follows me. Tend to sort of gravitate more to people who I feel are more similar than me. Often they're writers, but not exclusively, but have similar interests that I do. And so you'll notice that even though although I have 23,000 followers, I may only have about 7,000 that I actually follow. Um, what should your post, and I mentioned there should be a mix of posts. So should your post look like? It's hard to be seen when people are scrolling on their phones to get their attention. There's two ways that you can get people's attention, and that is by posting photos or graphics or videos. In fact, videos are probably the one thing that catches people's attention the most, and then photos and then graphics. And so the more those that you use, I think the more noticed you will be. Um, what I tend not to do, for instance, is do a screenshot of some piece of writing. It might be from your book, because I don't think that's nearly as attractive. I would rather put it in the text of the post. And very often, when I do a snippet from a book or something I've written, I will have a photo that just relates to it. So, for instance, I might be posting something about, say, anti-Semitism, and the photo might be something that relates to it. Maybe whether it's, some historical anti-Semitism or something more current. Um, and so by doing these types of things, you're kind of like, you're drawing people to your account. When you draw people to your account, you're more likely that they will notice your book promotions. The other thing that I recommend is that it's really important to engage with people who are following you. How you do that is that when somebody leaves a comment on one of your posts, you reply, and people really people appreciate when you connect with them and you provide them feedback, and so on and so forth. And I can tell you that that because of the subject matter, some of the things that I post about, I also get a lot of private messages where people might say, you know what, I suffer from trauma as well, and and they may ask for some advice, which I really don't provide, but more just as far as listening. And what I find over time is as people become familiar with they will notice one of your book promotions and say, "Oh, you're a writer? Oh, this book looks interesting." And very often that the most of the books that I actually sell on social media are people who already know me, or at least gotten to know me. That it's just very hard with the volume of posts, especially people promoting books and other things, to get noticed by perfect strangers. And so I highly recommend that you engage with people who follow you and friend you, or whatever platform you're on, and that you engage back with them, because that is, in the long run, that is the best way to get people to notice your book promotions. Um, I think that's most of what I wanted to sort of share at this time. I'm going to post this, and people have specific questions. You can always reach out to me. I hope this has been helpful. Uh, and good luck in promoting your books. Actually, my wife and I are sort of perusing the the different authors on in the group, and we're looking at getting to read as many of your books as possible. Anyways, thank you.